At Redwood, our students do incredibly well academically. All students, whether they do well, whether they're struggling, are still adolescents, and they're going through all the struggles that all adolescents go through. It's hard. High school is hard.
These kids are all shooting to try to go to the best schools in the country. They're shooting to try to be the best athletes in the school. They're shooting to try to be the best that they can be at everything.
So I think in general, there's a lot of high school trouble. So going from middle school to high school and then off to college, it's just a really, really quick 4-year transition. So whether that be related to drugs and alcohol, any like sexual relations, stuff like that, it's just really hard to learn so quickly.
The issues stem from academic stress, pressure, anxiety around getting into college versus the social, emotional issues of how to deal with friends, how to make friends, how to navigate the social scene of drinking and partying on the weekends.
Young people report that you can't party, you can't go to a social gathering without alcohol and other substances being available.
Statistics in the TAM district are alarmingly high. We have 71% of 11th graders trying alcohol, 51% using regularly, and 38% binge drinking. That's high. And with that comes a host of problems, not only drinking while driving, death by either alcohol poisoning or an accident, risky sexual behavior.
You've got all kinds of things you sort of bring into that classroom, and if you don't have a way to sort of let that go without judgment, then you do the kind of things that we're trying to deal with, right? I mean, there's a reason binge drinking is off the charts out here. There's a reason people are cutting themselves. As preposterous and absurd and inconceivable as it is, there's a reason people are tragically taking their own lives.
As a drama teacher, sometimes I have a line out the door of kids that just need an adult that will listen to them. A number of years ago, I had a student who was just walking in the hallway and looked really sad. And I stopped her and I said, "Are you all right?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm not doing that well." And I said, "You got a second?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Why don't you come into my office?" And we talked about the things that were going on in her life. Years later, she came back after graduating from college and she said, "Hey, do you remember that day in the hallway when you stopped and talked to me?" I said, "Yeah, I do remember that." She said, "Well, I actually had just come back to Redwood because I was leaving a suicide note for a friend in a locker."
About 70% of California youth report that they do not have access to mental health services. Kids are not going to bring themselves to a therapist's office or a clinic or a hospital to get these services. So a wellness center is an actual physical place on campus where students can receive a variety of health and mental health services. Everything from getting a splinter removed to, having a full-on one-on-one therapeutic session.
You go to the wellness center because it feels safe, it feels nurturing, it feels like a place where you can work your stuff out.
When I went to another high school to visit their wellness center, my expectations were completely exceeded. It was a safe place where people freely came in and took care of themselves.
So the wellness center I saw blew me away. It was like so surprising. They had an event at lunch that everybody was at and it looked fun.
I worked for 11 years at 2 different wellness centers. Wellness was the most teen-friendly, supportive, loving environment on both of those entire campuses. Wellness impacted the entire school climate. Wellness supported teachers. Wellness brought programs onto the campus that helped young people to feel empowered.
What's so fundamental about the wellness centers is the extraordinary cost effectiveness of them. The fact that you are taking existing resources and beginning to pull them together. Sure, there's some startup resources, but the exponential opportunities of bringing community-based organization, bringing volunteers, community leaders, and connecting those dots has become, I think, the most replicable aspect of the wellness centers.
This is their life, this is their community, this is their center. What better and safer place to get help than a wellness center on campus?
So you're going to see student depression rates decrease, student alcohol and other drug use rates decrease, student awareness of how to take care of themselves and their health improve, school climate's going to improve, teacher satisfaction is going to improve. These are all outcomes that were true in San Francisco, and that will undoubtedly be true here in Tamalpais Union.
It absolutely is long overdue here in Marin County. It's just a really smart investment in building and leveraging existing resources in a way that have a profound impact in immediate and real terms.
My name is David Sondheim. I'm the principal of Redwood High School, and I stand for wellness.
I'm Eric Berkowitz, and I stand for wellness.
My name's Gabriela Manuela.
My name's Andy.
And I stand.
I stand
I stand
for wellness.
I'm Gavin Newsom, and I stand for wellness.